this wasn't how I was expecting this video to go. Let's start with the positive, because that is the main reason for this video. Sorry, let's start again. Thank you for joining me, guys, and I've had quite a lot of new subscribers lately, so thank you so much for that. Thank you for joining us. I hope you do stay along, and there will be a lot more car content coming in the future. It may be more exciting things in the distant future rather than the immediate future, but we'll get on to that. First, I want to say a massive thank you to all of you for getting me over 5,000 subscribers. What a milestone we've hit. All the people that have stuck with me, that have commented on loads of the videos, liked loads of the videos. All the new people that have said, I've just found your channel, all your videos have been really helpful. That's amazing to hear. As much as I like doing helpful videos, I like to be entertaining as much as I can as well, so that's also amazing to hear as well. As much as obviously it's the biggest milestone yet that I've hit, it was the sourest I've felt when I've hit a milestone, because it's a big one. It's a big one for me anyway. I know it's like 100k or something like that, but 5,000 is halfway to 10,000. That's how I look at it. And if you've been with me for a few thousand back, I've usually tried to do giveaways with things that I've got, and I can't really do that. One, because I don't really have anything to give away, and two, I can't really go and send something. And you can say, no, well, why don't you just stay isolated, just go on your own, do your one walk for your day, quickly nip to the post office, send something off. Well, the bad news is that I should have been back at work yesterday, but obviously keeping my social distancing from other people. But now I am still off after the 2 weeks isolation that I've done. Let me explain why. So if you've seen a few of my other recent videos over the past year or so, I've explained that I have IBD, inflamed bowel disease. Now, what I haven't explained recently is, even though some of you guys might know that I've been having the self-injections that I had once a fortnight that suppresses the inflammation in my bowel, it actually got to a stage where they weren't really working very well. So I had to have another procedure at the hospital, and they found that I need to move on to something a bit stronger, shall we say. So now I have to go for infusions, which is when at the first few times you have to go once a fortnight, something like that, but then it goes to once every few months. You basically have to go in, sit in the hospital for half an hour, have a drip in, which the first one was successful, luckily. Every other time I've had a cannula in, I've actually passed out, so I'm very lucky that I didn't pass out this time. So I went in, had that job done, set for a fortnight later for my second one. Like I said, I have been isolated for 2 weeks because Francesca had symptoms, so she had a week isolation, and I had to have my 2 week isolation to see if it developed. She then got told her work's doing the scheme where she can stay at home and get 80%, so she's now in that situation. She's stuck home, isolating, as we are all trying to do. And I spoke to the IBD nurses a few days before the start of this week, and basically got told, just to let you know, you're on medium threat. So if I were to get the virus, I would be at higher risk of being seriously ill. This is because of my disease and because of my medication that I've had over the past 6 months, because both medications that I've had, the injections and the infusion, suppress your immune system to stop the inflammation. So my immune system is a lot weaker than the average person's, which means obviously if I get something drastic, it's hard for my body to fight it off, which is terrifying really. So moderate risk put me at a stage where I can still leave the house for exercise, but I can't go to any shops or anything for essentials. So my workplace would be absolutely brilliant, putting a system in place where I can be away from everybody else but still try and do my job to the best I can, which that was that. It was all in place, and then 2 days before I was meant to be at work, I received another letter from the hospital saying you are actually now at high risk, which means I'm classing the same as an over 70-year-old. The drastic point of that is the fact of, from the date of that letter being sent, which was about 4 days ago or so, I am now on the 12-week isolation period for a vulnerable person. So I can't leave my premises now for 3 months. The other harsh thing about that is if Francesca does have to leave the house at any point, luckily we're having people help us with food in the minute for collecting, but if she does, say like if she has to go back to work or something like that at some point in the future within that 12-week period, 12 week, yeah, then we will have to isolate from each other because she's been in the outside world. So I'll basically be in my living room, can't sleep in the same bed, can't hug and say everything's alright, I won't be able to do any of that. So we're just trying to lengthen the time before that will have to happen as much as we possibly can by both staying in the house. So as you can imagine, one, the channel is something great for me to do because it's a focus that I can concentrate on, but it's also something I'm going to find difficult to do because I can't leave. I've only got hand tools, I can't jack the car up, and obviously making sure that we can survive in this situation is the most prioritised thing at the minute. So I can't be just spending money on things that I like. At the minute we're looking at it as we need to be spending money on things that we need. So I will have a look through things that I've got, what we can do with the car, but I'm sure you can understand that difficulty with motivation and content will come at some point. The way we've got to look at it though is we're safe, our family members are safe for the moment, so that's good. We're very, very, very lucky to be in a situation where nobody close to us has contracted the disease yet. Never mind something else terrible happening. There are people in much worse situations than we are, where they have lost loved ones and they can't go and see them or do anything about it, and it's just horrific. It is horrific. So at least I've got a roof over my head, heating, gas, food, somebody to keep you company. Count your blessings, that's all I'm going to say. But on a lighter note guys, I will say I've been playing a lot more games lately because obviously what else do you do when you're stuck in the house, and I've been watching loads of sim racing stuff because that's like the closest accessible thing I can do to actually driving. Watching a lot of Jimmy Broadbent, he's quite good. Would recommend going and give him a follow if you're watching anything to do with sim racing. And a good friend of mine, an ordinary sim racer, he does some quite good stuff as well, so yeah, go and check him out. He's been a long time subscriber, so go and show him some love. Yeah, I'd really love to do like some game streaming, car related or non-car related, you let me know. The annoying thing is I would love to do some like Gran Turismo Sport streaming, play with some other YouTubers as well as other friends of mine if they had the game. But one, I don't have the game. And two, I have a steering wheel, but it's for the PlayStation 3, not for the PlayStation 4. It's a decent Logitech wheel. I say decent, it's not like proper sim wheel, but it's been good enough for me. Force feedback and all that kind of stuff, 900 degrees. There's two ways I can kind of get around it. Is I'd have to get another steering wheel and then get the game, which, especially in today's like terms, that's not really going to be a possible thing unless I bought a brand new one from a company, which I can't afford, like a Logitech G27 that's like 200 quid with a gear lever and all that kind of stuff. The other thing is you can get something called a Brook Super Converter. That's the only one that I've managed to find, where it's a USB that changes like a PlayStation 3 remote or steering wheel or joystick and adapts it to a PlayStation 4 one. The only thing is, the only ones I can find, they're going to take about a month, if not to get here. Like 30-40 quid. They sell them a game, but they're like 70 quid for a USB adapter. Bugger that game, what are you playing at? But then yeah, that's loads cheaper than getting a new wheel. Plug it in, off we go, get the game. But I can't plug a mic in, I don't have a camera. So it's literally then the driving, not my voice, no nothing. So I'll plus that out of the question. So I can't stream from PS3, playing Gran Turismo 6, which is all I've got. Because you need like a proper capture card and that to play a PlayStation 3 and stream it, so that's out of the question. So really, it'd be other things like COD Warzone, that could be quite funny, playing that with a mate or two. I'm really bad at it, so that's probably hilarious, being in the chat as well, that'd be funny. Got some classic games as well. We've got some Spyro the Dragon as well as Crash Bandicoot, so they could be quite fun playthroughs to do, especially because they can be quite frustrating. Naughty Dog games like Uncharted and The Last of Us, the remastered one, I have gone through all those, but they are obviously like cool games to play through because they're quite adventurous, so I do really enjoy storylines of those. Other than that, on Xbox One, which I don't think you can do stream straight through the Xbox One, you have to do it through like a Microsoft app or something, but we can get that going. I've only really got Forza 6, so that's annoying. I don't have Dirt Rally though, the first one, so, but obviously like I said, my steering wheel doesn't link to that, so you have to be by remote, but that's another option. Or play a bit of Halo, Master Chief Collection, so we've got some classic ones of that as well. Because I didn't game that much over the past like couple of weeks, I haven't over the past couple of years. I've been mainly just like spending money on the car or spending my time with the car, so I never really had a chance to sit and game. But now obviously I've got loads of time, I'm going to be on it a lot, so yeah, just let me know if there's anything you want me to stream, and then at least that's another video where I can be involved with you guys, I can chat with you, you can watch something with me, and we can have a laugh about it and try and put a bit of light on the damping of the whole situation that we're all in at the moment. So yeah, I'll end the video here. I'm sorry that it's not an exciting 5k video. I had loads in my mind planned, I really did, but none of the things can be put into action at the moment. So please like and subscribe if you do enjoy any of my past videos, if you're looking forward to what kind of videos I'm going to be able to put out over the next 12 weeks, and then especially after those 12 weeks when we can, fingers crossed, please go out, go to car shows, meet each other. It's going to be amazing. Stick with me, comment, like, keep me sane, input, and most of all, keep each other safe, stay at home, and I'll speak to you soon.